Have you ever looked at your plate and thought, I'm eating healthy? So why do I still feel tired, swollen, or worried about my kidneys? What if I told you that one common food sitting in your kitchen right now could be silently damaging your kidneys every single day without pain, without warning, and without you realizing it until the damage is already done? I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and after years of working with patients who were shocked to hear the words, "Your kidney function is declining," I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Most kidney damage doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly through small daily habits that feel harmless. By the time symptoms appear, many people are already on a fast track toward dialysis, losing not just kidney function, but independence, energy, and freedom. And here's the frightening part. Many of the foods responsible are marketed as healthy, especially to adults over 50. But today, I'm going to change that for you. In this video, you'll discover which everyday foods are quietly hurting your kidneys, which ones can actually protect them, and one critical shift that could slow kidney decline starting as early as this week if you know what to look for and how to use food the right way. Stay with me because what you're about to learn could literally add healthy years to your life. At first glance, chia seeds look like the perfect health food. They're tiny, natural, and constantly praised for fiber, omega-3s, and heart benefits. But here's what almost no one tells you for people over 50, especially those with early kidney stress or protein in the urine. Chia seeds can quietly become a problem when used the wrong way. I've seen this firsthand. One of my patients, a 61-year-old man who believed he was doing everything right, added 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to his smoothie every single morning. Within months, his lab work showed rising creatinine and worsening protein leakage. And he couldn't understand why until we looked closely at this habit. Scientifically, the issue isn't that chia seeds are bad, it's that they are extremely concentrated. Chia seeds contain high levels of phosphorus and soluble fiber that swell dramatically when hydrated. For kidneys already under pressure, excess phosphorus forces the kidneys to work harder to maintain mineral balance, while too much gel-forming fiber can interfere with nutrient absorption and gut kidney signaling. A 2022 review in Clinical Nutrition reported that excessive phosphorus intake is strongly associated with faster CKD progression, even in people who believe they are eating clean plant-based diets. The safe approach isn't elimination, it's control. For most adults with kidney concerns, chia seeds should be limited to 1 teaspoon, not tablespoons, and never consumed dry or in large daily doses. They must be fully soaked, allowing the gel to form before ingestion, which reduces digestive strain and slows mineral release. Used this way, chia seeds can still offer omega-3 benefits without overwhelming the kidneys. But when they're dumped daily into smoothies, oatmeal, or detox drinks without portion awareness, they quietly add stress where the kidneys can least afford it. And this is where many people get trapped. They assume that because something is natural and trendy, more must be better. But kidney health doesn't work that way. It's not about what's healthy in general. It's about what your kidneys can realistically handle right now, day after day. And once that line is crossed, the damage doesn't announce itself loudly. It builds silently in lab numbers. Most people don't check often enough. But knowing this about chia seeds still isn't enough, because there's another seed that looks even more harmless, is eaten even more casually, and may place an even heavier hidden burden on aging kidneys. And almost everyone is overlooking it. If chia seeds are the seed people overuse without realizing it, then sunflower seeds are the ones people snack on without a second thought. They're crunchy, familiar, and often labeled as heart healthy. I've lost count of how many patients told me it's just a handful of sunflower seeds while watching TV. But for aging kidneys, especially those already leaking protein, sunflower seeds can quietly become far more damaging than most people expect. I remember a woman in her late 50s who replaced chips with roasted sunflower seeds, believing she was making a smart swap. Every afternoon, a small bowl. Every evening, another handful. Her blood pressure slowly crept up, her urine tests showed rising protein, and her kidney labs worsened even though she had cut sugar and processed food. The hidden culprit wasn't junk food anymore. It was the mineral load and fat profile of what she thought was a healthy snack. Here's the science most labels don't explain. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in phosphorus and omega-6 fatty acids. In excess, phosphorus accelerates vascular calcification and forces stressed kidneys to work harder to maintain balance. Meanwhile, too much omega-6 without enough omega-3 fuels low-grade inflammation that directly damages the delicate filtering units of the kidneys. A 2021 analysis in the Journal of Renal Nutrition found that high phosphorus intake was linked to faster progression of chronic kidney disease, even when overall diet quality appeared healthy. Another large review showed that excessive omega-6 intake increases inflammatory markers associated with worsening proteinuria. The danger multiplies when sunflower seeds are roasted and salted, which is how most people eat them. Sodium spikes blood pressure damages glomeruli, and damaged glomeruli leak protein. It's a slow chain reaction, but once it starts, it's hard to reverse. This is why sunflower seeds are especially risky for people over 50 who snack frequently, eat distractedly, and underestimate portion size. The solution isn't to fear sunflower seeds, it's to respect them. For anyone with kidney concerns, sunflower seeds should be occasional, not daily, and limited to 1 small tablespoon unsalted and ideally mixed into meals rather than eaten alone by the handful. But for many people already showing protein in the urine, the safest move is stepping back entirely and choosing seeds with a gentler mineral profile. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Sunflower seeds aren't even the biggest trap. There's another seed that looks innocent, is praised for digestion and detox, and yet can quietly push kidney stress even further if you don't understand how it works. And that's where we're going next. If sunflower seeds quietly overload the kidneys through minerals and inflammation, then flax seeds are dangerous in a more subtle, misleading way because they're often recommended specifically for kidney and digestive health. I've seen many well-intentioned patients sprinkle flaxseed on everything: oatmeal in the morning, salads at lunch, smoothies at night. One man in his early 60s told me he started using ground flax daily to clean his kidneys naturally. 3 months later, his proteinuria worsened and his blood pressure became harder to control. The surprise wasn't that flaxseed had effects, it was how powerful those effects are when used without limits. Flax seeds are biologically active. They're rich in lignans, a type of phytoestrogen, and contain significant amounts of phosphorus and potassium once consumed regularly. For aging kidneys, especially in men and postmenopausal women, excessive phytoestrogens can disrupt hormonal balance and indirectly affect blood pressure regulation and kidney filtration. At the same time, the mineral density of flax seeds adds to the kidney's daily filtering burden. A 2020 review in Nutrients noted that while flaxseed can reduce inflammation in healthy individuals, excessive intake in people with compromised kidney function may worsen electrolyte imbalance and increase renal workload. Another overlooked issue is form. Ground flaxseed is absorbed rapidly, delivering a concentrated dose of these compounds all at once. That's great for people with robust kidneys, but risky for those already showing signs of protein leakage. The kidneys don't fail loudly. They fail when small repeated stresses pile up. And flaxseed, when taken daily without portion awareness, becomes one of those stresses. The safer approach is precision, not avoidance. For people with kidney concerns, flaxseed should be limited to half a teaspoon, no more than 3 times per week, and always paired with adequate hydration and protein-balanced meals. Whole flax seeds are generally safer than ground because they release nutrients more slowly. Used carefully, flaxseed can still offer benefits without pushing the kidneys past their limit. Used casually, it becomes another silent contributor to decline. And here's where things get even more complicated, because even if you manage chia, sunflower, and flax seeds correctly, there's another seed that people assume is harmless, often eat in large quantities, and almost never associate with kidney damage. Yet it may be one of the most overlooked risks of all. If flax seeds cause damage through hormonal and mineral overload, then pumpkin seeds create risk in a way that feels almost unfair because they're often recommended specifically for older adults, men's health, and even kidney support. I've had patients proudly tell me they snack on pumpkin seeds every night because they heard they're good for minerals. One 64-year-old man with early CKD replaced cookies with a bowl of roasted pumpkin seeds before bed. 6 months later, his phosphorus levels climbed, nighttime urination worsened, and protein leakage in his urine increased, even though he believed he was doing his kidneys a favor. Here's the scientific reality most people never hear. Pumpkin seeds are extremely dense in phosphorus, magnesium, and concentrated plant proteins. While magnesium can help blood pressure, excess phosphorus is one of the fastest accelerators of kidney decline once kidney function is already compromised. A 2023 review in Kidney International report showed that higher dietary phosphorus intake is associated with faster loss of glomerular filtration rate and increased vascular stiffness in adults over 55. When phosphorus accumulates, kidneys must work harder to excrete it, pulling calcium from bones and damaging blood vessels, a dangerous combination for aging kidneys. The risk multiplies with how pumpkin seeds are actually consumed. Most are roasted, salted, and eaten by the handful, not measured by the tablespoon. Sodium raises blood pressure. Blood pressure damages glomeruli. Damaged glomeruli leak protein. This is why pumpkin seeds often worsen kidney labs quietly, without pain, without warning, and without people connecting the dots. The kidneys don't fail because of one bad food, they fail because of healthy habits done repeatedly and mindlessly. The solution, again, is not fear, but discipline. For people with kidney concerns, pumpkin seeds should be limited to 1 tablespoon, no more than 2 to 3 times per week, and only unsalted, dry roasted, or raw. They should be treated like a supplement, not a snack. For anyone already struggling with high phosphorus or worsening proteinuria, avoiding pumpkin seeds altogether may be the safest choice until labs stabilize. And here's the part that surprises most people. Even if you avoid chia, sunflower, flax, and pumpkin seeds, there is still one seed hiding in plain sight used in bread spreads and healthy toppings that almost no one suspects. Yet it may place the heaviest silent burden on the kidneys of all. If pumpkin seeds overload the kidneys through sheer mineral density, then sesame seeds, and especially tahini made from them, are dangerous in a way almost no one expects because they don't feel like a snack at all. They feel small, traditional, even harmless. I've had patients who never touched trail mix or seed snacks yet, were consuming large amounts of sesame every day through hummus, sauces, dressings, and health breads. One woman in her early 60s told me she switched to tahini because it was better than butter. Months later, her phosphorus climbed, her calcium balance worsened, and protein began appearing in her urine, all while she believed she had cleaned up her diet. Here's what's rarely explained. Sesame seeds are one of the most phosphorus-dense seeds commonly eaten, and when ground into tahini, that phosphorus becomes highly absorbable. For aging kidneys, this creates a perfect storm. Excess phosphorus disrupts calcium balance, accelerates vascular stiffening, and increases pressure on the kidney's filtering units. A 2022 analysis in nephrology dialysis transplantation showed that diets high in bioavailable phosphorus, especially from processed or ground plant sources, are linked to faster kidney function decline, even when protein intake appears moderate. What makes sesame especially risky is how invisibly it accumulates. A spoon of tahini here, a seeded cracker, they're a salad dressing at dinner, none of it feels excessive. But together they can deliver more phosphorus in a day than weakened kidneys can safely handle. And because sesame doesn't spike blood sugar or cause immediate symptoms, the damage continues quietly. By the time lab numbers change, the habit is deeply ingrained. The solution, again, is precision, not panic. For people with kidney concerns, sesame seeds should be treated like a condiment, not a fat source. That means 1 teaspoon used occasionally, not daily, and avoiding tahini as a primary spread. Whole sesame seeds are safer than ground forms because absorption is slower. But for anyone already struggling with elevated phosphorus or proteinuria, removing sesame-based products altogether can give the kidneys critical breathing room. And here's where everything comes together, because these 5 seeds all teach the same lesson. Kidney damage doesn't come from obvious junk food alone. It comes from healthy choices, repeated without limits, without awareness, and without respect for what aging kidneys can tolerate. And understanding that difference is what determines whether your kidneys stabilize or continue to decline silently. Before you close this video, I want you to hear this clearly. Your kidneys are not fragile because you failed. They are under pressure because no one ever taught you how small daily healthy habits can quietly add up over time. If you've recognized yourself in any of these seed habits today, that's not something to feel afraid or ashamed of. It's actually a powerful moment, because awareness is the first step toward protection, and you still have time to make changes that truly matter. If this video helped you see your food choices differently, Please save it not just for yourself, but for the day you need a reminder, or for someone you care about who might be unknowingly stressing their kidneys right now. And if you want clear, honest, science-based guidance on how to protect your kidneys as you age, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. I share the latest medical insights in a way that's practical, calm, and designed to help you stay independent and healthy longer. Most importantly, remember this kidney decline is not inevitable. When you respect portion sizes, understand hidden mineral loads, and make informed choices, your kidneys can stabilize, recover, and keep serving you quietly for many years to come. Take care of them with intention, stay informed, and know that you're not alone on this journey.